Hello, good morning. It's night. It's night here, but it's morning for me. Yeah, good morning. No concerts today because I have my client wants me to join the meeting. Maybe after, but we have I need or after the meeting we will have a meeting as well. So maybe now. No concert today. You need to huh? You always need to watch my concert. The previous stream was for the kids, isn't it? I was there but couldn't enter. Yeah, that's why. Where's the chat box? Why you can find it when I? Yeah, it's for the kids. That's why I end the live stream. I'm okay, Rish, but I have to attend a meeting in a bit. How are you guys doing? Guys, I really appreciate your um stuff. Um, I feel nervous of my first time attending a meeting. First time attending a meeting. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared as hell. Yeah, I know. Maybe I will just sing for them. Sing, sing a song.
Don't let nobody in the room yet. You heard me, Crystal? Crystal, you heard me? Sam, you there? I need somebody to say something. Hello? Hello? All right, don't let nobody in the room yet. Crystal, you there? Hello? Okay, Sam, how my lighting look? Tell me which lighting look better. All right, I'm here. Which lighting looks better, Sam? That one. The second one. The other one makes you look right here? This one? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. That one. This one? Yeah. Sorry. Not this one, right? No, that one was good too, just not the blue one. And this one too? Or no? Is that fine with y'all right there? That lighting? I can hear y'all. Yep. Okay. Where's Karina at? Is she here yet?
Not yet.
Crystal, you're gonna make you co-host too? There's two Crystals. Which one's the co-host? Me. There's two of them in here. Oh, I think that's Julie's friend, Ivy. Okay. I think I gave her mine. There she go. It's a party. You look pretty. So do you. Girl, I'm trying to get on your level. You look so pretty. You need to wipe your screen, Kareem. Yeah, okay. Your screen. Oh, I don't know why mine's just split. Okay, there we go. So I need to pick up my Lucas. Yeah, pick them guys up. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm about to start letting people in the room. Okay. Well, Sam, go ahead and let people in the room.
Yep.
Put my phone on silent. Go grab some water real quick.
Okay.
I was over here talking. I had no idea I was on mute. This is extremely interactive, so please, if you guys, sorry, I don't know why I'm like sideways on my end. If you guys want to come off mute and talk, you're more than free to. I want to know what's going on in your business, what's working, what's not working, what are you guys struggling with while we're waiting on Rodney. All right. What's up, people? How y'all doing?
What's up, honey?
What's up? Everybody doing okay today? Yes. How are you? Doing amazing. I'm ready to win my day by noon. So when this class is over, I'll be done working for the day.
It's gonna be noon. You'll be done?
Yeah. I had 2 contracts canceled today though. But I ain't even tripping though.
And then she called her son, and he called me and thanked me so much. And since then, I've gotten 2 referrals. And it's just off of integrity, not having commission bread, not having to have this deal because I'm doing what is seriously best for my clients. So I feel like I'm getting more clients now off of referrals because I've handled how I've handled my business in the past.
So it's safe to say, do you find that certain things that you're doing with the Ladies Athletic Club has transitioned into allowing you to be a better agent as well?
Absolutely.
And if so, tell me some of those things.
I think some of my things is with investors. I'm well connected with the city now, so that kind of gets me, I can go in there and talk to them about permits. I can contact the mayor in reference to some issues that some of my clients are having when they're building in the city. So that helps me be more of an asset to my clients that are in the investment world, which is what I came from. More knowledge about the communities, being in on those conversations. I met with a judge, and we became friends, and she's the chief magistrate of Fulton County. So now knowing what the intricacies of the city and how to get tenants out and what parts they have to play in, so that helps my investor clients. So there's a lot of different things I could say that helps me with. It gives me And so they were like, oh, Kareem's in real estate now. Let's work with Kareem. That wasn't the first choice. It was really the popular agent because they wanted, that publicity from the buyer or sale of the home. So they reached out to that person first. That person didn't respond. So then they reached out to me and said, hey, I just remember Kareem posted that she's on Instagram, that she's in real estate now. Let's reach out to her. And that's how it came that I got into luxury.
So now you're in luxury, and you're doing this. Before, what shifted where you said, because I know, you won't just do luxury, right? But like the majority of stuff that you do are at a higher price point, right? What mind shift happened, or what made you say, you know what, I want to stay doing houses at a higher price point?
Because I feel like you buy back more of your time instead of, working with 30 different clients all the time and having to deal with all of the emotions of them on a consistent basis. I feel like if I increase my price point, it's less people that I have to work with. So I'm still getting the same amount of income, but it's less transactions on a regular basis. So it's less people. So I feel like I bought back some more of my time by increasing my price point.
What about emotions? Because you mentioned emotions, right? And I imagine, okay, less people get less emotions, but what's the emotional difference that you notice, and if there is one, in clients at a higher price point versus ones at the average price point?
So the ones I deal with, I feel like they mimic my personality. These are referrals, or I do cold call. I did one of my highest listings that I got was from cold calling in the city, and I met with the seller, and the wife liked me. The husband wanted to wholesale the property, but the wife was like, no, she said that she could sell it. We can sell it for higher. So I personally feel that my clients, even if I meet them through cold calling, if they gravitate towards me and they like me, we have some type of similar personality type. So the people that I meet or work with are very kind of laid back. For the most part, in the higher price points, they've already purchased a home before. I don't really deal with the emotions and the back and forth. They're data driven because I'm data driven. I'm going to bring to you all of the facts and have you make your decision off of that. And so those are the clients. I've heard other people say that, the higher price point demand more out of them, but it hasn't been my experience. My experience is they are way more laid back than any other price point. They bought a house, they know the contracts, they know the areas they want to be in. They know exactly what they're looking for, where they can articulate that to me. And for the most part, in the higher price point, I show them less than 10 houses. But when in the lower price point, I'm looking at 30, 40 houses because they have no idea what they want. And different, I'm looking in Conyers and then in Lawrenceville, and it's like, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, tell me why you want to live in all these different places. Whereas with the higher price points, they're like Tuxedo Park, Garden Hills. Those are my two places because I have kids that need to be in these school zones. Or, it's more thinking around it, whereas the lower price points, it seems a little bit more, harder to transition. So that's why I like the higher price point.
For someone who, wants to get into luxury, hasn't done any luxury, what advice would you give to them? Like on some, maybe some do's and some don'ts. What to expect?
What to expect?
Getting into it.
I would say to be knowledge-based. I think that Keller Williams gives you the ability to take as many classes and to learn as much as possible because they are educated. I deal with a lot of attorneys who will, they'll cross out certain things in the contract. They'll ask questions about that. And I remember there was one, he was a former judge, and he brought something up in a contract. It was so long ago, I didn't realize it. I don't remember what it is, but it was something that I wasn't even aware of because I didn't have the knowledge. They still trust me to go through the process because now we're under contract. However, I think the best thing that I would say is get as much knowledge as possible before working with the price point. Or while you're working with them, just try to make sure that you ask a lot of questions. And if you don't know something, just say, hey, I haven't ran into that before, but let me reach out and get the information for you. I think that they value that more than you making something up and being wrong in the end and them having to call out that you're wrong. If you don't know it, just say, you know what, I've never ran into that before. Let me find out and get back to you.
I've seen some of your beautiful listings, some of those amazing broker opens that you've done, right, as well. So when I think about real estate, luxury real estate for myself, what should I expect if I was to get a, I'm heavy on listings, right? If I was to get a luxury listing, what should I expect to have to pay on marketing and stuff like that? The difference when it comes to marketing the price of the homes that I sell versus if I was to get a luxury listing. Is there a big difference?
There is definitely a big difference. When I break down the numbers, I probably spend on a luxury listing maybe $3,000 to $4,000 on marketing. It's through magazines, it's through open houses. The open houses, depending on the type of open house I do, can be between $2,000 to $10,000. But those are I get sponsors for. So what you want to do is kind of put other people in the room to meet agents. So you're going to pitch, to closing attorneys, to insurance people, to anybody that's going to give you the most money to fund your open house to make it the biggest, best open house, and then invite all of the agents that are in that price point in that community to come out. And because of the house, depending on the type of house it is, a lot of agents are going to want to come and see the property. So you market the property too, but it comes from, also making the pamphlets. I don't do the regular, just list and go. The pamphlets, the signs, making sure they have the box out that. So if there's people that's walking by, they can see what the house looks like. Having my assistant constantly reach out to different groups. If it's in a country club, they're posting in the country club about the property. So I think about that time as well. If I have to get the house cleaned, that's built into it. One house that just, because it was so big, it constantly needed to be cleaned. And they might be out of town, so we want to build in that. In the end, I might get that back if I build that into the contract. In the beginning, I didn't do that. In the beginning, I paid for it. It was out of pocket. I just need to sell the home. Now, I do build that in. If I'm paying for a cleaner, I'm paying for the windows to get washed, something like that, it's in the contract that this is the cost. This is going to get paid additional at closing.
If they terminate a contract before, and this is with any transaction, just made me think of something. If they terminate the contract before, the expiration date, are you putting in the contract and you get your money back from photos and all that stuff?
Now I am. In the beginning, I didn't. In the beginning, I would take it as a loss because, you want to win that contract. And I felt like I didn't feel as comfortable saying it and articulating that to them in advance. But now, every listing I don't need to go after. So I need to make sure that I protect myself in it and not take that loss if they decide to pull it for whatever reason. Or they change their mind. I've had a client, it appraised for $40,000 less. They decided they didn't want to sell it anymore. That's not my fault. I got the house sold, so you still owe me.
Yeah, I'm about to start doing that same thing. I terminated like 3 contracts this year so far for various reasons, and each one of them, I lost that money from photos, and the amount of money for the marketing for me it's not that much, because I know a lot of free ways to do the marketing, but like as far as email blast, MLS blast, things like that, it's not that much them having spent, because my houses aren't sitting on the market for that long, and it wasn't like none of them like sat for if it sat for a really long time, then it would accumulate a lot of money because I had to keep marketing, but they typically go on pretty quick, and the transactions pretty much went away pretty quick. So, but I'm like, damn, I'm out of pocket that money, and I should just put something in the contract. Like, hey, if you terminate for this for any reason, like, I at least need to get that back, And it's one thing to have, a couple times, whatever, but I got to think about the future and get in the habit of it, because my business starts growing and I want to have 10 listings a month. If you're looking at percentage wise, if 2 of those, 3 of those start falling off every single month as you start growing, now you're looking at $1,000 every single month. Now you're looking at $12,000 in a year. The higher the volume, all the floors raised on everything.
Absolutely. And for me to do pictures and video, for me is $1,200.
That's crazy.
So because I'm a videographer out there, and pictures have to be a certain way. Yeah. So that's across the board, regardless of the price point. And I think that's just became a part of my marketing and branding now.
You're $1,200 with photography and videos, no matter what price range?
No matter what price point, because I think of it as I'm branding myself in this process as well.
Photos.
With photos and videography. So I have to be able to show that case study to future luxury clients. And they want to see what I'm doing. So if I'm constantly building on videos and photos each time, show the history of all of my, I don't want to, do my phone, use my iPhone and take pictures one time, and then that's a representation of me and my branding when I'm, when they go and research me, because that's one thing they are going to do. They're going to research you. So I want everything to show consistent, and that's a part of my branding, even though it's for the house, but it is also a part of my branding.
How important is the branding when it comes to, for you at least, how important is the branding when it comes to your luxury listings or just in general?
It's very important. It's very important to the client. They like to see it, but then also it helps get future clients. The better you do at branding yourself and that property, there's always going to be other eyes on you in the community. It's a price point of $500,000 in that community, but another lady called me off of that sign in the open houses, and she actually walked in and saw all the pamphlets and everything, and she was like, "My last agent didn't do that." So then I got a second listing on the same street, marketing that listing. The lady from across the street now wants to sell. So they're constantly watching you on a regular basis. If you do a great job, you're just going to get other business from people seeing you. I have people that, I might get a referral from out of state. Before they even choose to really work with me, they're still going to do their research online to see what I'm doing before saying, all right, yeah, I'll work with that agent.
They'll look you up. And I asked that question because I already know how, I queued that up. I already know how important branding is to you. It's everything, right? And you have a really, really great brand online. All the stuff that you do is pristine. Like, I think if I saw someone that wasn't, I think I might actually would call you. Not saying I had to, but I think I would call you. Like, hey, girl, what that thing you just posted? You might need to, you know what I'm saying? Get down just because you're my dog. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you remember, we took a picture the other day, and we were like, hey, I did not. We moved something out the photo because we're kind of like, I don't know if I want to take photos like this anymore. Do you remember what that was?
Mm-hmm. Alcohol. So I immediately, when someone's going to take a picture of me, I immediately put the drink down. And now it's just in my mind. If I'm taking a picture, I'm instantly putting the drink down before I take the picture. I don't like to be caught in video footage doing that. And I tell people all the time, like, behind closed doors, I'm doing a lot of what everybody else is doing. I might go to the club, I might smoke hookah, I might be everywhere, but you will never see it online nowhere. That's not a part of my brand. And I don't think that people should see that type of life. So we all do it, but the world doesn't know I do it. I got tagged in a video the other day. It was a post. I was partnering with another company, and they did the marketing and tagged me. And the song that they used had a bunch of cuss words. And they were like, hey, I added you on this. And I was like, I can't accept that. I have Norwood Ladies Athletic Club, but I also have a real estate brand. I can't accept that. So either you change it or I'll post something separate that reflects my brand. But I have to keep it clean on my platform. So I'm still going to go. I'm still going to turn up. I'm still going to have fun. But the perception online has to be something that's different.
Absolutely. Yeah. When we did that, I remember, I think you might have put yours down before me, but they went to go take the photo, and I was like, hey, hold on. I was like, because I had my drink in my hand. I was like, hey, I gotta put my thing down. And I looked at you, you were like, yeah, I already put, I was like, is that your drink? I put mine next to yours. I didn't know. And when I put it down, I was thinking like, damn, I just put my drink next to somebody's drink. I was gonna look at me crazy, but I don't really care. I was like, but because I look back at photos when I got a drink in my hand, and for me, it's not, my clientele is not gonna give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just to be 100%. My clientele, my client base, the people I rock with, they don't care. So for me, though, it's more of where my mind is at now. I look at it and I just think that it's a little bit distasteful, right? I don't want to go back and see photos of me. Like, you know what I'm doing. I'm in the club. You see drinks around me. You know what I'm doing. But just to have the drink in my hand, I think I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's a little distasteful. So when I look at the photos now, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do that no more. But
I also feel that although it's not for you and your clients, but you have so many younger agents and younger men that look up to you. So also you're teaching them, not realizing it, how they should be presenting themselves online and in public by doing that. So it's not even for your clients. It's for everybody that looks up to you.
So Kareen, along with your ladies group that you have, the fitness group, and your luxury real estate group, that business that you're running, is there anything else that you're doing to generate income, or is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it. I put my money in stocks and bonds, and but outside of that, I have real estate. I own properties, so I get income from that. But outside of Ladies Athletic Club and real estate actively, that's really what I'm doing.
The speaking, I saw you did a podcast. You're on Big Bank's Perspective podcast, right? Big Bank Perspective is one of the podcasts, highly known podcasts here in Atlanta and across the world too. One of the podcasts I follow to go and get perspectives from other agents and other people in the industry or whatnot. And I saw you were on that. You do other speaking engagements. So have you given it any more thought, or are you moving in the direction of doing more speaking engagements? I know you've been on a lot of different panels and boards and things like that, but tell me a little about that too.
I haven't. I think when I get asked to, I've been reaching out, but Rodney, initially I didn't want to do it at all. I said, I'm not speaking on anything. I don't want to speak. I'm not a speaker. And I was going into Rodney's office, they keep asking me, I don't want to do this. And then when I first did it, I got some clients from it, and I was like, okay. And I also felt like you feel like you don't have all the information, but you really have a lot of information to share. This is all stuff that you know, and it just, for me, it feels like, oh, everybody knows this, but it's not true. It's so much that, everybody has that they can share with the world. And I think that was part of my limited belief. It's just I don't have anything to talk about. What do they want to know about? But, the more of them I do, and the more people come and ask me questions afterwards, and I say, okay, well, this, I do have a lot of information that some people want to hear. So I will be doing more. I actually have one coming up in May, but I am getting asked to speak a lot more than before. And it could be because I'm saying yes to more things this year than I did the years previously.
So, Corinne, really quickly, so for some people that are on the call and don't know where to start, let's just say maybe they wanted to put together a women's athletic group, or they wanted to put together, something for golfing, or everybody's into Pilates right now and the whole aesthetics. Where would they start? Where did you start?
I would say initially, so if it's Pilates or something like that, I would say start with inviting people out to things that you already do. So if you already like Pilates, you already go to a Pilates gym, or, I would say start by inviting people to your gym. I know I go to Sculpt House. I get so many free passes to Sculpt House because I go so much. I would initially invite everybody to Sculpt House with me. Hey, I got a free pass for you. I got a free pass. Come with me to Pilates. Now I don't do it as much anymore because Pilates needs to be my safe space where I don't got to talk to much people. But invite them to things that you're already doing and make an event of it. Afterwards, you can, do like I did and walk across the street to Kill Me Crazy. And hey, let's do this regularly every Friday. And then as time builds and you just naturally start building on that and more people wanting to come out, it becomes a thing. And then maybe you can go park and pay an instructor once it gets bigger. It'll do there's certain parks that are free where you just go get a permit for $25 and you can go to, Grant Park and teach Pilates. Or, the Pilates instructor may do it for free just to get ahead of, in front of your community or in front of 30 people. And then you can make it bigger that way. But I would say just start small with inviting people out to do things that you already like to do. And as that grows, you'll be able to build a community off of it.
And so with you now having 400 people, how did you get people or change their mindset for them to say, okay, you were offering this as a free event and now we're being charged $100 a month or $200 a month, however much you're currently charging? How were you able to shift that mindset to go from free to, hey, now I'm charging this into a monthly membership?
Because initially we didn't offer as much. So initially it was starting off with just inviting to different things that we were doing. But we built out a community that was value-based. So now we have a way for them to come and communicate and reach out to each other and
It's just done. Stony. 1 hour meeting. We're done. Maybe my client will call me because we have one-on-one talk. I just want to know more about my client, so that I can relate. And I need to find our chemistry, you know, as a team. What news? Chicago news today. But what I read here in Chicago's news is one shot killed in struggle with ISP troopers on South Side. One person is dead from shooting on Chicago's South Side involving Illinois State Police troopers Wednesday night. Snoop Dogg? Why? Snoop Dogg. What happened to Snoop Dogg? Why? Why he got arrested?
Nagpahinga lang ako. Kasi before the midterm, kami doon sa Davao, lagi kami nagmo-mobilize. Kasi nung sinimulan nila yung People's Initiative.
Tupac murder. Oh, it's been 20 years? Right? More than 20 years, Tupac murdered.
Last question, sir. The Vice President said, best actor in the world. And the Oscar goes to...
10 years. He looked good and he has a message for everyone. Trying to remember it in verbatim, sabi niya, he said,
Tupac is a rapper as well, right? In 1990s. If I'm right, I think I saw that Tupac murder in a crime documentaries. One of the best. That's why, I guess.
Guys, modern din yung istorya, guys. Maunang wala na dyan kulibalik kinabenta. Kahit tungod nag-away ni, grabe akong away, guys. Paglalis dyan ko niya. Baka lihat na akong ko eh. Diba? Kaya pa siya ka-istorya sa ako, ang kanang inaanan daw ko. Nasakitan ko, guys, ulit tubag dyan ko, guys. Maunang istorya, guys, na wala na dyan ko likuan, guys. Wala na dyan ko likuan. received a call from a quiet house. No voice, just breathing and silence. Paramedics arrived. An elderly woman answered the door, confused. She said she never called, but the calls kept coming, always from the same address. This time, no one answered. The door was unlocked. She wasn't breathing. They saved her. At the hospital, she shook her head. I never called 911, she said. Can you bring me my clothes? One went inside. The other waited outside. As the first paramedic stepped back out, his partner stopped him. Why didn't her husband bring her clothes? The paramedic froze. Her husband died years ago. Then who was the old man smiling at me from the window? 911 received $1 million. Sign the divorce papers and disappear.
One of the best.
It's more than you'd ever make as a pathetic air.
Por favor. Changes is probably the most famous song by him. Mhm. It's been why just now, right? It's been like how many years? Mm. Is P. Diddy is going to jail for the rest of his life? Who are these people? Snoop Dogg, it's the rapper. Tupac is a rapper. Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Then Tupac is a rapper. Died in 1990s, I guess, and then they said it's one of the suspects is Snoop Dogg. I'm not sure.
Lord, today, remind me that your love is greater than every struggle I face. And that your promises never fail. You have always spoken in Jeremiah 29:11.
Tupac died
You have plans for me.
when he was like
So I
20s, 25. He Yeah, 25 years old. Mm-hmm. Hello, Kandaxi. I'm just done with my meeting. A lot to take in. A lot to take in, but it's good. Overwhelming for me because it's my first time to attend the meeting of my client. So, yeah. All good with you, Kandaxi. So, I'm just using my laptop. So, you are a gig worker. Yeah. It's knowledge informative. It's informative, and the things that I want to suggest to my client is in was in the topic or was in the meeting. Being visible online, Granny. Be formal would be like wearing something. Boy, my kind wear so like she, she has gifted. I mean, she is gifted. Wear something. Mm, no, she isn't. She got hit by a bazooka again. A bazooka. 34 items. Why it's so hard? Why it takes so long? Kaboom, kabloo. No, we are off camera. It's off camera, so it's okay. It's off camera. We were just listening as a VA, and then the clients or them, the real estate agent, will open their camera. Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay. No, no problem. Nothing to worry about. All right. All right. Bye bye.